Make a motion to begin?
A second.
Okay, I'll take roll. Kate Smith?
Hopefully it's not.
Here.
Yeah.
Sue McFadden? Dennis Allison?
Here.
Demita DuBose? She is absent and excused. John Jones?
Here.
Dennis Kaplinsky?
Here.
Jennifer McConnell?
Here.
Robert Smith?
Here.
Brendan MacArthur?
Here.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. Zach Witt?
Here.
Mike Doughty?
Here.
Does anybody have any questions or comments about the the minutes
I'll
of November?
I'll approve the November 29th minutes.
I'll second that.
There you go.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Oh,
I can rewatch. Never mind. Carry
Yeah.
on. Carry on.
no, go ahead.
You had a comment?
Oh, no, wait. Who did first and who's second?
I second.
Normal person.
Okay, got it. All right.
Okay, financial reports, first for the ice arena, revenues. I was just curious about the contract ice. Can you just tell me a little bit about it?
So the contract ice is like so we have GCHA ice, and then we have ice that people legitimately just call and say, hey, we want an hour and a half.
Oh.
That's what that ice is. Not ice that we planned for, just ice that happened.
That's a whole lot of money right there for that. Okay. Any comments about revenues or questions?
No.
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 It's nice to see that kind of revenue.
I'm sorry, flip that around. The contracted ice is the GCHA, the Figure Skating Club, CompuWare, our over 30 league. That is the contracted ice. The ice rental is the ice that just kind of pops up.
That's still a
I'm sorry.
really big chunk
It's coming in.
of money. Both of those are great to see. Okay, so moving on to expenses. I was curious about tech mechanical on there. Is that for the compressors?
Yep, some of that was for compressors, some of it was for the heaters getting replaced and fixed,
Okay.
so.
I was curious about the Pepsi.
Yep, so we buy pop from Pepsi and we resell it at the rink. And this is all 2 months worth, so this is December and January too.
And then concessions counts for that. It goes just with the Pepsi and the food that you sell?
So the concessions is more the food items, not the actual Pepsi drinks.
Okay.
So we had to have a new
I was gonna
water
say-
heater?
Yep, so the water heater at the rink legitly stopped working,
Working, yeah.
so we had to buy a brand new one for it.
Yeah, they don't
How
like
many
to take
gallons?
cold showers.
How many gallons is that? I'm just curious.
I don't have an exact number for you.
But for the shower.
And I was curious about a warranty for the water heater. Did it come with one?
Yes,
Yeah.
it did.
Is it a good one? Is
For-
it- How many years? Is
I
it-
don't know. I don't know offhand,
Yeah,
honestly.
they don't give you much.
Okay, after the compressors, you know, I just
Yeah,
want to make sure.
I know that was brought up though.
I'm glad to hear that
Yep.
there is a warranty. at
Yep,
least, something.
and I have the papers for it, so.
Good,
yep.
good. Okay, any questions or comments regarding any revenue or expenses from the ice arena?
None.
Okay, moving on to Radcliffe Center, revenues and expenses.
What is P&L?
Parents Night Out.
And I know that it says, for revenue, the very last one asks is programming. I was just curious to see maybe a further breakdown of that. I want to know like what programs, you know, are making the most money, and so, I don't know if that's Megan or whoever's at Radcliffe.
You can definitely add that in.
Okay. Any comments or questions?
No.
Moving on to program reports. Do you want to run through them all? Do you just want to?
It's up to you.
My only question on here was, I see that everything has a count, you know, yoga, bingo, but the Tai Chi does not have a count. just wondering about that. Maybe we can add that in there for next time.
I might have overlooked it. I might have it here. I'll come back to that.
Okay. Any questions or comments for program reports?
None.
Okay, nothing for old business, new business, Kiwanis Club.
That's Jones, Mr. Jones.
Mainly our purpose tonight would be to just, Mike Jones, I'm the immediate past president of Kiwanis. Our goal tonight would be to just interact with you. We don't have specific tied down goals of what we want to do at Kiwanis Park, but we're receptive to any suggestions that you have. Nor do we have any fixed tied down budget for accomplishing these things, but we would like on an annual basis to be taking an active role in maintaining and improving that park for the community. So we're open to whatever suggestions you have. We've discussed a number of things, but we haven't pinned anything down in terms of a specific program or objective or the costs associated with it. We don't have unlimited resources, but we have a commitment to, on an annual basis, see that park maintained and improved.
Okay.
I have to say that prior to Kiwanis becoming my park, each commissioner has a park that they monitor. And prior to that, I didn't spend a lot of time by there. I'd drive by and I'd look and I'd glance and I'd say, well, it'd be nice if this happened. But since I've been going by there a lot more throughout the summer months anyway, I was actually surprised at how active that park is. I mean, there's a lot of kids going there and they're, using the basketball hoops, and there's just a lot more people in that park than I thought went there.
Yeah, we would certainly like to encourage the use of the park, but we'd also like to spread it out in terms of appealing to a broad variety of the community. Not only adults that want to play basketball, but parents that want to bring their children there, to have perhaps some handicapped, accessible
Equipment?
equipment and so forth.
I agree.
There's probably a list, like a wish list, in the master plan, but also we had one on a piece of paper. Do you guys remember that? Like our top 3 for all the parks.
I almost put my binder in there too.
So if maybe we can dig that out and find, what was on the master plan before,
That would be helpful.
or even the top 3 wish lists that we had put together.
That was for parks in general, or?
It was each park. So
Okay.
Kiwanis, we had a top 3, Rotary, we had a top 3, top 3, all of them. So I don't know, I can probably go through these and find them. It was just like a piece of paper in here, so we'll have to look back for that.
I have mine.
Yeah, I think mine's in my binder.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, that would certainly be a nice starting point for your viewpoint, and we can have then our input to that and other suggestions and alternatives.
Okay.
So maybe by the next meeting, we could have that?
Sure, yes, yeah, absolutely, before. Ready to get things going around here.
Spring
You
is
can-
right
Yeah,
around the corner.
yes.
You can always communicate with me, but you have a rather direct contact with our current president because she's mayor pro tem for the city.
Okay. right, thank you for coming.
Yeah, well, it's my pleasure. I'm glad I made it. Totally blew the last one.
I know in the past, what Kiwanis has done is in the spring, they've helped clean up the park and get
Yeah.
it ready for the summer.
I think we're receptive to that, but I'd like to see us build upon what the park has to offer the community. And I don't know how much or,
If I'm correct, doesn't that park flood when it gets, after it rains? I mean, like, maybe something to think about would be like maybe getting some fill dirt or something in, if I'm correct.
I think they repaired that issue.
Did they?
I think they raised up the
Soil level?
the mulch in the playground area. I mean, I know that there's low spots that still do, but I think the playground might have done some raising of that, but I could be wrong too, so. Maybe a DPW question.
Yeah. Is there any way you can find that out?
Absolutely.
All right. What if you have, look into that too?
Or if you would know an approximate budget that Kiwanis would have to.
I'm reluctant
Because
to
I
pin
don't-
down a specific
Right,
figure.
and I don't want you to.
But I'm certainly would think that we're receptive to something that would be in, say, the high three digits or four-digit figures,
Okay.
something in that range.
Is this money that you guys have, or are you planning on going for a grant? Or both, or?
Actually, it could be some of both. But to do a grant, we have to have council approve or and back that, because we don't own the park, the city does.
Oh, that's right.
And any grant that we made would have to be at least funneled through the city.
Okay.
But yeah, if we had some more expensive goals, then I think a grant would be very appropriate, and we would be very receptive to participating in writing and designing that grant.
I kind of like both ideas. I'll take one of each.
Thank you. Is there anything else? Any other questions or comments?
Yeah, no, I hear you. No.
Anything else?
No?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, to-do list, anything needing special attention?
Start at this end.
No,
No.
hard to look at the parks in the wintertime.
Right, exactly.
Hey, can you put the park inspection forms in for next month?
Yeah, thank
You
you.
got it.
Or can we make a note that we want to put the park inspection reports in the month before they're due in our packets?
Yep, will
I don't
do.
know how you do that. We've been trying to do that for the longest time, and it always slips through the cracks.
It won't this time. It'll be in there.
Because we usually start them about March.
First
Once
one's
the
due
weather
in March.
breaks, yeah,
Okay.
first one usually in March.
You might need to shift parks around too, to assign.
Right, yeah, because we have other people.
Okay.
Ooh. Plus is a time to change.
Oh, yeah, it's been a year?
We have to look and see. So what they decided to do is, you were only gonna have the park, once you got a park, you had the park forever, right? Then, somewhere in this group, it was decided 1 year and that was it, move on. But I don't know when that year is up now.
Okay.
I don't feel like I had my park for a year. I feel like it's been
We had it
since-
about maybe
No,
6
yeah.
months now?
No, I think it's come on there. I think it was last spring.
I sort of remember when I was working downstairs, it was around February, March, I think it was brought up.
Might wanna
Time
take
flies,
a-
man.
Might have to go back if somebody's got the old notes or something like that. I'm sure there was something in there when it was, but.
Depends
that
on
might
if you
be-
guys put an
That might be
actual,
something to do all at one time is just, if that's when it comes up, reassign the park, and then if for March, you do your new park, if that's when it's supposed to be. I mean, if it's August or September, well, it's probably not gonna happen, but
I've got it.
if it is February or March, might as well get your new park and do your new park inspection this time.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
I had an inspection at Manor, which is my park now, in August.
Yeah, but you probably had one before
Probably
that.
had one before that, yes.
Because, here, look at the top. Let me see it for a minute. Because the
You-
inspections are September, November, March, and May. So you would have had a March and a May one, maybe.
It's been close to a year, though.
Do you think it's been close to a year? Let's see.
I was gonna say, honestly, I pretty much remember it was right around this time last year, because that was when I was in the basement working and doing the meetings. The voice from below. But I mean,
They reassigned them at the meeting.
do you guys put a time frame to it, or is it just arbitrary on when you guys
The reason we put a time
decide?
frame to it was somebody came up with the idea of if you keep going to the same park, you keep looking at the same wallpaper.
I think I remember,
If you go to a different park every year, it's something different. And it's,
Yeah.
and you only go,
See the parks.
right, and you only go 4 times, and everybody's gonna have different things.
yeah,
I know what I look for when I go.
I think I remember hearing that
Everybody look for
from,
the same thing I do? No.
yeah.
But they have their own things they look for.
I think I remember hearing Miss Darren say that. And that was November-ish,
Yeah,
21.
they wanted to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
Parks and Rec
Which I get it.
director is the one who made
I mean, I think it's really up to you guys on when you are ready to switch them. I don't know if it's got a
Yeah.
time limit, time frame, or if it's just an arbitrary decision.
With the amount of members, I think that 1 year is a good switching point because, like you said, then we get fresh eyes and we get all of the parks. We're not like, I don't walk down the street and go to that park. I'm going to see other parks and now I've seen Kiwanis, and so then we just
Yeah.
move on to, just the parks that you would normally see.
Yeah, and with new people coming in and, people stepping down, however, with all that. So, yeah, I mean, it makes sense to change them.
I
But
think the different set of eyes every year
Oh, yeah.
is definitely something that's huge.
I was gonna say, I usually keep an eye on them. I live right by Rotary, so I drive past it quite frequently, and Kiwanis, I drive past as well. So I try and look at them as I'm going past, and I've stopped and looked over them, like the music in the park at Rotary. I was up there for the 2 of them there, so, yeah.
Speaking of Rotary, since we've made contact with Kiwanis, have we talked to Rotary at all?
I have not, no. I can. I will give them a call.
Thank
Do you know how big the Rotary is now?
In terms of membership,
Yeah.
I don't know for sure, but I would think in terms of active members attending the bi-monthly meetings, it's probably in the vicinity of 10
Okay.
or less.
Yeah.
Kiwanis is, I think, currently at 46, was the last number I remember. And we have about 20 people coming to lunch every week. We're also starting an evening meeting once a month for those people whose work and job situations, family situations, make it impossible for them to, or difficult for them to get to a luncheon meeting.
That's a great idea.
No, I give you guys a lot of credit because it's tough to get people to volunteer today.
Oh, okay. Anything else for anything needing special attention?
Nope, just the inspection sheets, as long as we get them the month before, will be great.
They will be in there next week or next month.
No, I sent Mike some things from Rotary, the
Yep.
boulders. That was already taken care of, so I don't have
Okay.
anything.
Communications and upcoming events. Will you run through them real fast, please?
Nerf Wars is on February 4th at 11 a.m. Registration for that is full. Parents Night Out on February 10th at 5:30 p.m. Registration is full for that also. The Valentine's Skate at the Ice Arena is Saturday, February 11th at 7 p.m. That costs $10. The Garden City Figure Skating Club will have their Valentine's show right before that on Saturday, February 11th at the Ice Arena at 6 p.m. That is free. They are just asking for donations. For senior activities, they have a Valentine's Day bingo for February 13th. The food pantry is putting on a Cooking Matters that begins on February 16th. The Garden City Hockey Association is doing a Try Hockey for free on February 25th at 11 a.m. at the ice rink. And the Garden City Cops will be playing the Westland Cops on a charity hockey game on February 25th at 7 p.m. That event is also free, and they are just asking for donations. All donations are going to Detective Sergeant Casher of the Michigan State Police Department.
Okay, open discussion. We start us off, Dennis?
I have nothing, just Happy New Year to everybody. I'm just happy to be here, my first meeting with you guys. Happy New Year. I'm excited to be with you guys.
Well, we appreciate that.
Thank you.
No, I don't have anything, but just Happy New Year to our committee.
I have nothing.
Happy New Year. We're good.
Okay. I have a small list.
Bring it out.
We knew that.
Okay, master plan. We gotta start talking about it this year. Is that something that Hennessy, I know, Zach, that you were not here and you were probably not the lead on this, but is that something that Hennessy set up and ran, or is that something that,
McKenna.
oh?
It was McKenna, wasn't
I
it?
think it was McKenna.
McKenna, okay,
Yeah,
all right.
McKenna,
Yeah, I didn't think
yeah.
Dan did it, but I couldn't remember who
Yeah.
put it on. Okay. Maybe we can get in touch with them and start planning. I know we have to have multiple meetings with the public about this. Have you seen the old master plan?
I have not.
Okay.
I know I heard it talked about, especially with like the sled hill stuff that had fun, but no, I haven't actually seen the binder or the steps
All of
through
us
it.
have hard copies, but I don't think there's very many extras, but I know there's an electronic copy. I don't know if you have the link.
I will send that to you.
Okay,
Cool. Shoot it to my email and I'll,
thank you.
Yep.
And then maybe,
Brendan.
well, whoever else doesn't have one, I don't know if Dennis has one. Okay, just to
Maybe-
look over, and then,
Maybe, Mike, you could send us all an email and just send it out to us.
Absolutely.
And that way we all are on the same group email, and if we needed,
All the new playground equipment and stuff we were talking about, or?
Yeah, it
Was every-
That's part of it.
yeah, it was like a big book that we put together for,
It was everything that was proposed to try and get done in the next,
Yeah, no. You have to
Yeah.
have,
5 years,
you have to
but
have a
it's-
5-year master plan to apply for
yeah,
grants.
the big one.
I remember those, I remember us talking about that.
Well, yeah, but we have the little one too. We
The,
got the big binder one and then we
oh,
got
it's
the
not
one
the, it's
that
not the
was
binder.
spiral.
It's not that one, it's the master plan that the city put on.
the spiral one.
So,
Right,
yeah.
the spiral one.
Oh, okay, yeah. Was that in there? I didn't know that was in
No,
there.
the binder was just something else.
Yeah.
It was just, yeah.
Ideals. Okay, and then the Garden City Park grant. What's going on with that?
So we did reach out to the grant people.
Okay,
They have been short-staffed for a while. They have apologized, and they are working on trying to get all that straightened out. They still have Sparks applications that they're reviewing till the end of January. So they said right after the end of January, they should be able to get to us. I do believe that there's a extension that we can apply for. Chances are we're gonna get it, hopefully. But I think that's probably what we're gonna do, just that way we don't miss that out.
okay.
Didn't the grant get accepted? Like, we're literally at the point of picking
Yes.
so why do we have to go to the grant people?
Because they have to approve what we send them.
So we
Oh.
do have a design then, did we send them a design?
From what I'm told, yes.
Okay.
Maybe you can get up to speed on that too.
Do we know which one we chose?
Well, there was I think when Dan was still here, right? That was like the original, when we first applied for the grant, there was a copy of what we thought we
But then-
wanted.
But then they came back and said, these are, you could choose this and you could choose this.
There were two different types of grants, 2 or 3 different types of grants.
I'm just talking about the big one for City Park.
Right,
That
yeah.
is what I will throw my focus
Right,
in
no,
right now and
right.
check that one off.
And, but, am I remembering this wrong? But didn't we get, after it was approved, they said, okay, so, you know, do you want purple and orange or blue and green?
No.
Remember, didn't we get a bunch of those? Wasn't that
That
for
was-
City Park?
Yes, but that was from like the playground companies, I think, not from the DNR.
Right, but
Right,
that's
we
when I
did
asked
some
them,
of
though, did we, I don't remember choosing
I'm not sure if
design.
the city approved how much they were going to spend on the grant, because there's a matching
They
fund.
match, right. They have, that's already done when they submit the grant. The city knows if you get this much, it's a percentage.
I do think that they had agreed to it, the council did agree, because there was a dollar amount, maybe 150, I'm just guessing, ballpark.
I believe the total amount for the grant was 225 matched.
I remember that.
So 450 total.
Yep.
Yes, I believe that's what that
It's
was.
100% match?
Yep.
I can talk with Doc and see what I can get an answer wise on that too for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I remember looking at everything. I just don't recall ever saying that, like,
No,
this
we
was
didn't.
our design.
We all were asked to pick out which items, like what kind of slides, what kind of swings,
Right.
what kind of like ADA, and then they were gonna compile based off of our recommendations as to like different age groups and things like that. But after that point, we haven't seen anything,
Right.
so.
Who?
Us.
No,
Like
we have
who
not.
complied with it?
Oh, I don't know.
It was
That was our
Brad did.
our last meeting,
Compiled it.
and then after that, we haven't had anything.
Remember, he gave us all the
Yeah, I
packets to
remember the
look through.
books.
And all that came from Brad. And then, I don't think we've discussed it since that point.
Right,
I think that was.
that was
We
it.
never went back to the table.
Right, exactly.
Just because I think we
I-
didn't
Find out
have,
information.
I,
You can put it on
yeah,
the agenda.
and I'll find out exactly
have
what
the
was
grant.
submitted.
Yeah.
We just
And
picked them up.
and
A defined dollar.
Whatever
amount.
information for the next meeting.
Yep.
Thanks.
Have you been communicating with the same person from the DNR?
looking at the things.
So Megan was, and the last email we got was on January 3rd, saying that they're still working on trying to get through them all.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Okay, and then just my last thing is, last meeting we talked about a grant writer possibly being hired. Has council done anything with that, or the?
We haven't talked or brought it up. I know I've had conversations about that and other things with the city. But I will work with Doc and see what could be brought about it again.
Okay,
I will.
thank you.
Didn't we have,
I know Demita said she's looking at taking a class,
yeah,
but I know she's out for tonight.
I think
But
some of the
will-
people that applied to do grant writing for us just wanted to do it at home and.
Yeah, they were
charge us
in
a
other
very
states.
Right.
Large
right,
amount of
right.
money.
Yes.
The grants.
Yeah. Like I said, I'll bring it up with Doc and see what I can get answer-wise, and I'll have it for you guys at the next meeting.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I have.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
No, you gotta go
You
soon.
got a few more people.
There's 2 more people, John.
Why, thank you, John. Oh, very nice of you. I'll make a motion, no, I'm kidding. No.
There you go.
I'm good. Welcome to the new members.
Thank you.
It's nice to see some fresh faces. That's it.
Yeah, let's give them the biggest parks.
Garden City, you get Garden City Park all by yourself.
You get city.
Helen Park is so pretty, I don't wanna give it up yet, it just got all nice new sidewalks.
Benign.
I don't have anything. I think I was just thinking the same with Kate, with the 5-year plan, the grant. Another thing, too, is maybe something to consider. I know we were doing this before with the youth organization the sports in the city. The presidents all got together quarterly to share ideas as to what works, what's not working, get ideas, you know. It was just a nice collaboration within like the soccer, the hockey, the basketball, the cheer. So we all came together and it was nice to meet with them and, you know, get ideas and share ideas. So it was helpful for us. So maybe something like that. We could see something like that soon. So
I think with that one, if you propose it to them, they might be able to, just because they're not city organizations.
yeah, so it was the Parks and Rec manager and then the presidents. I thought as an added benefit would be really helpful, seeing that the high school also is a feeder program, to have the high school athletic director and maybe some of the high school coaches, because when these kids that are starting out at a younger age, they're coming into the Garden City Middle School and then into the high school. It would be nice for a collaboration between high school and city sports to come together, to really have like a program, like how many kids do you have coming in, and we can help each other out, do camps, and from that, it will grow every program within the city, and help out the high school. Because I do know that there's a lot of athletes that are just not playing sports anymore. But how can we keep them engaged? And possibly one of the ideas is to, gain access to these youth sports, and these program directors and working together would be such a huge benefit for the city in general, so.
Yeah, if you want to, I can see if I can get the athletic director to get in contact with you, Downey, if it's, yeah. I don't know about, I know, are you still involved with the soccer club?
I'm not, but Dom is, our new president, Dominic King.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got that.
Yes, you have, yeah.
I think I semi-know the person who's taking over as president for GCYA, but I don't know.
Yeah, Joe
them.
Bandy, he sat on the commission too.
Joe is?
Yeah.
But
And hockey, and it was the soccer, it was GCYA, it was hockey and figure skating that we all collaborated. Like,
I know I can try and talk to the athletic director and see what I can get to get him in contact with you to put that together.
that's all I have.
Your participants for Tai Chi was 93.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Did have that. Also, the volunteer dinner is February 8th at 6:30 at Roma Hall. Just please make sure that you RSVP. I'm sorry.
When do we get a call by?
Yesterday?
It was supposed to be yesterday.
Was it really?
Yes. So please make sure you RSVP as soon as possible. And that's all I have.
Doors open at 6.
RSVP right now.
Yes.
No, you have to call, I don't have to.
Thanks for open discussion.
He didn't get it.
I never heard about this.
He didn't get an
You
invitation.
get okay. I'll get with you right after. Yep.
No, I don't have anything. Just
Martha
welcome
G.
Brendan and Happy New Year, everyone.
Martha Griggs, right?
Yep.
Yep.
All right, well,
see,
then
what is it?
I make a motion to adjourn.
793.
I'll
A
second
second.
it.
All right.
Wherever you want to write.
Aye.
Right.